Hey, it's me, the Chris Dean. It's been a while now. I hope you all have enjoyed your hot girl summer, but now it's time for fall, which means football. Besides sports, I've got a lot of stuff that I want to cover today. Even Wills is ready. Right, Wills? Come on, come here. Come here, come here. Come here. Come over here. Come here. Even Wills is ready for football. Hey, buddy? Yes. But we can't do a vlog like this, so I'm gonna take a minute and change, and I'll be right back. All right, so let's get started. Since I did nails last time, I'm gonna do them again this time, and I'm gonna use the tips that I learned from you all, the viewers, on how to make it better. So I heard from some people that you should always do your dominant hand second, do your other hand first, I think. So I chose these green and gold nails this time that we're gonna work on. I'm so curious to find out what everybody else did over the summer and what their lives were like and how everything was going. It was definitely one for the books, that's for sure. Today, we're gonna be covering a topic that's really important for me moving into fall and into winter. The idea is that I want to really be aware of perspective and view on life, and how we take everything in, the way we look at things, the way we process things, and how that can affect everything in our own lives moving forward. So that's kind of the plan for today. I have 3 nails on. How does that look so far? I'm giving you a gold, a holographic, and a matte. P.S. If you're looking behind me, I had a little contest to see whose living room I should be coming to you live from. This living room is the home of the one and only Mr. Rob. Rob is a performer who worked with me in Salem, and he submitted his beautiful living room, which he also moved this past year. So crazy. Amazing singer, who's also a music director, who I'm going to be working with on my next project, which is A Christmas Story. That's going to be playing at the Elsinore Theater in the last couple of weeks of December. We did it last year, and we're bringing it back this year, and it's going to be a lot of the same, but a lot of different as well. It's like have you ever had the chance to do something amazing twice? This is my first time I've ever done this, so I'm going to get to do a show that I've worked on twice, and so it's like hindsight is 20/20 kind of thing. I get to go back and look at things, and look at this, one hand done. I'm killing the game slowly. Oh, I wonder if this is gonna look great. My nails are gonna turn into the background, so I'll show you here. Hopefully, that's not an issue, because I have on a green shirt. Last nail going on now. Christmas Story is gonna be amazing. Hopefully you'll all be able to come and check it out. Got amazing talent, wonderful, incredible things going on. We've already had our production meeting, so it's getting underway. 2 hands done. Yes. One just fell off. Yeah. That was supposed to be a good hand too. Yikes. Okay, so today's perspective is outlook on things, and since it's outlook on things, I want to cover another beauty topic, which has always been interesting to me, eyelashes, eyes. Now, I know it's hard for a guy to give everyone advice on eyelashes because I've never really done much to mine. They're just kind of naturally how they are because I haven't messed with them. These are my natural eyelashes. I don't know if you can see them really well, but I'm going to go over a couple of ways for you to improve. We're done. And it's all going to cover perspective and how you're viewing things. This is what always starts when you get this done. I don't know what it is about nails. When you have them done, you want to start being expressive. This is crazy. Okay, so we're going to get started. Here's looking at you kids. One way that I tried out for the first time ever in order to get eyelashes done is I went to visit my friend Jamie, who works at Bliss Salon here in Eugene. Now Jamie does lashes, full sets, fills for women all the time, but she's actually been traveling and getting an advanced education on how they now make eyelash fills and eyelash settings for men. So I was one of her first guinea pigs, if you will, after she came back from this huge convention in Las Vegas. And so I was lucky enough to try it. I'm going to show you some photos here from my actual experience with her. Now, it was super easy, super fun. and actually very relaxing. You go and you visit her in her very private salon. It's just a one-on-one salon, so you have the privacy of not having a lot of people staring at you. You get to lay down, close your eyes, and just relax while she goes to work. And let me tell you, it's like a scientist. She was working and doing all this kind of magic. She was saying chants, there was smoke, all kinds of crazy stuff. Not really, but you do lay down and she takes one by one individually with little tweezers and she just attaches each individual lash to your eye. It's so relaxing, it's quiet. She has mimosas, it's really fun. And she goes in and places each lash, and so I'm gonna show you some of those photos, but that experience was incredible. It's also a great way for you to support your local artisans, local people who are talented, and estheticians, beauticians, and people who help with that. She's also someone who's been helping in the past with spray tans for me for different events. So I just absolutely love that experience. Now that's gonna be a little more expensive than the other options that we're talking about today, but it's worth it. And it lasts, and you don't have to require a lot of maintenance. You can go in for refills, something you can shower, live your life, live your very, very best life. You got pretty, eyes, and you're ready to go. You just blink, 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 blink to them all over the town. So I think it's something that's recommended. On the note of supporting local artisans, I want to share something with all of you. My cousin has a business called Happy Bath Bar. Happy Bath Bar. I want you to check it out on Instagram or on Facebook. She is so incredibly talented. Something that I've always been in love with are bath bombs, bath salts, bath soaps. Is bath salts? I don't think that's for the bathtub. I've never done that before. Anyways, the products that you use in getting ready. I love fragrances, I love smells, I love all kinds of crazy stuff. So my cousin has developed this line called Happy Bath Bar, and she creates these incredible soaps that she has available. I'm going to show you photos all around here. And she actually sent me some samples for me to try. My absolute favorite is this one. Look how cute it is. This, dun 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 dun, is cherry, vanilla, Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is my favorite drink in the whole world. I love it. So she sent me a sample. Oh, smells so, so good. And this is just the beginning. You have no idea. If you need teacher gifts, if you need holiday gifts, if you need gifts for sports fans, for college people, she has seasonal things, winter, summer, oceans, things that look like cupcakes, things that look incredible. This is what you want to do. So check her out, Happy Bath Bar. She'll ship to you. She is incredible. And please tell her that I sent you that way, and I'll just be enjoying my delicious cherry vanilla Dr. Peppers. This should be interesting. I found this brand of magnetic lashes by Ardell, and I want to give them a try now. I just have opened them, and I'm looking at the instructions. At first I saw the ones on the inside, which are in like several other languages, but on the back I'm looking, and I'm going to try my best to see if this will work. This should be really, really interesting. So I've always been fascinated by lashes, but boys just don't have to wear them in theater, so it's not really incredibly important. This does come with this magical looking or very scary applicator. But these magnetic lashes you clamp on, and you don't require the problem is I don't know if they're gonna go over my other lashes, but we're gonna try and see. I've got a crazy dog in my hands. So we're just gonna have to see if this works actually. I'm going to, first of all, just so you all can see, you take the lash and you put it inside the little applicator, like that. So it's there. Wells. I have a crybaby on my hands tonight. And then from there, you take the other side and put it on the bottom. P.S. I'm also doing this with nails on, so it's even more difficult than usual. So now you can see I have top and bottom on there. And I'm gonna try to slide it over my eye, squeeze it closed, and nothing happened. That was a disaster. Hang tight. Let's see. Let's take it over. Squeeze it closed. Nothing. Okay, let's redirect this. Hold the applicator facing you throughout the application process. I'm doing exactly what I see. Note the upper prong above your natural lash, lower beneath it. Quickly release to connect upper and lower lash. So quickly release. So we go. We had a connection, but not on my lashes. Let's try this again. Oh my gosh, this is nothing. Again. Okay, we can do this. Connect. 4. Nothing. Again. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. Put it. Oh. Lost my lash. Great. So this isn't going really well for me. I actually legit lost an eyelash. So I'm gonna try the other side and we'll see what happens. I'm not saying this won't work for other people, I'm saying for me. So they come in this pack like this. There's an upper and a lower. I've already lost a lower. Sorry, upper and under, I guess they call it. Dang, I can't even get this out of the packet with these nails on. Okay, there's lower. Here's upper. We're gonna try it again. Here we go. This is really, really hard with these nails. Okay, so we're gonna go underneath. I'm gonna close my eyes and hope. Oh, this is terrible. And then take the upper. Oh, this is just the worst. These conditions are not conducive. Well, they kind of stuck together, but now I'm pretty sure I have nail glue in my eye. I can't be certain, but something's burning. This is the worst. Okay, here we go. Can't even talk about live on it. Did that work? Oh my gosh, did they actually kind of work? They work, but they're off-centered. Hang tight. Hang tight, kids. We might have a winner here. Ding, ding. Did that work? They're still off-centered. Wow. That might have kind of worked. I think if you do this in a mirror, it might be a lot easier. And if you take the time to learn how to use the applicator, it might be a lot easier. But either way, for all intents and purposes, I think it kind of worked. I could do it again, most likely, and slide it down. Because it's a little too far, off the corner of my eye. Oof. Give me a second. Okay. All things aside, I'm gonna say I wasn't following directions correctly. I'm also doing it with nails, which I'm not used to, and I think as a boy my eyes are bigger than most women's eyes, but for the most part, this needs some adjusting, and if I had 3 days to work on it, it looks pretty good, right? If you can imagine applying it correctly, doing it correctly. This is the difference between one eye and the other. Right? So magnetic lashes, kind of for the win. And they're reusable over and over again. See how my eye's a little not big enough? And also this side might be a little too far down. But I can't do this all night because right now my eyes are burning because I poke myself with these so many times. I'm pretty sure there's glue on. There definitely is glue on that. So magnetic lashes, I recommend them. I'm a fan. This next tip for amazing lashes is one that I would probably use if I were looking for a quick fix. It's also something that's available at a drugstore near you. While we're talking about that, I want to cover up another subject that I've been wanting to discuss for a while. So I have held on the inside to some feelings for a long time, and we see it all the time. We talk about it in public all the time. The situation with people being online and expressing their feelings. Now, when you put yourself out there, you know it's bound to happen. And some people don't put themselves out there and it still happens. But I want to give you some good examples of how to turn things around. So a lot of you will probably know that 6 years ago I was on one episode of The Bachelorette on ABC. I had a great experience. It was fun, met a lot of amazing people. I'm going to get started while we're talking about this. My tip for you is if you have small lashes and want it to seem bigger, go for clear first. I use a coat of clear and that enhances the lashes. You can use more than one, so that's what I'm going to do now while we're chatting is put on a couple of coats of clear while we're doing that, and I'm going to have to get really close so I can see what's going on. You are my mirror right now. So I did this episode, you know, thinking it's just something fun, something interesting to do, crazy, and I went on as a pageant coach, which is something that I actually do. I'll get to that at the end. I work with ladies. I had a student who won Miss Universe, who was Miss Japan, and I've had several students who've been in Miss America, and I'm friends with a lot of the Miss America girls, so I feel like my wealth of knowledge comes from experience and from getting to know them over the years and working with various people. But I did the show and I coached the gentlemen who were on the date with Desiree for the Mr. America pageant. Now I coached in talent, walking, getting them ready along with Miss America, Mallory Hagan, and Desiree, and it was a great experience. It was fun, aired, and within the next day I had hundreds of friend requests on Facebook, hundreds of messages from people who were really, really kind. But I'll tell you one thing, if you ever enter the public spotlight, I'm going to finish this and let it dry, don't ever Google your name, ever, even if you're on one episode of a show with millions of people. And if you do, make sure that you're mature enough and man enough, as I put on mascara, to be able to handle what you hear. Now, within days of Googling, and I actually did it again last week and found stuff that I had not even seen before, there were so many opinions about me. And at the time, a lot of it really hurt my feelings, just because I took it sensitively. Just random descriptions. A lot of it is typical of what we think of it in like toxic masculinity. These are guys who have blogs about the Bachelorette as well, so we're just putting that all into context. There were people who had opinions about me. I was fresh off my stint at Toddlers and Tiaras. I looked like I belonged on the national tour of Sound of Music. Enter Christopher Dean. Oh, girl. These were descriptions that were used to describe me. One guy said I needed to use more hair product. Very helpful. Thank you so much. I'm always looking for that. I'm letting this dry and I'm doing a second coat. So sometimes it gets a little thick, but this is just a clear coat that I use to get it rolling before I put on regular mascara. And again, this is drugstore bought, like Maybelline plain and simple mascara. The big takeaway was I can see where children who are young, people who hear things written online about them or have messages sent to them, how it can really destroy them, really, really break them down. I hate using the B word. We all know bullying. Everyone does it. I was bullied in elementary school and I survived. It actually made me stronger. I'm not advocating bullying, but I'm saying some of it we're a little sensitive on these days and some of it is very, very valid. Luckily, at the time, I was in my late 20s, early 30s, and I could handle it. I could handle what they were saying about me because I knew they didn't know me. And that was okay, but it's also still really hurtful. And I'll give you another example. Even after my last blog, you know, I do these nails and then I wear them for the next couple of days because my kids at the studio really love it and they want to see them. So I leave them on. I left them on for the weekend and went out to a bar with some friends. These are all adults, to go watch a friend perform. And while we were there, you know, obviously I make fun of myself. I gesture a lot when I have these nails on. There's something about it that's like empowering and it's really cool. And now I know why women love getting it done because it just feels like something special that makes you feel unique and beautiful. And I just tend to be very expressive. And I even noticed, talking to friends, I looked over and saw a small group of other people that were mocking me and doing impressions of me with my hands and laughing and joking. And there was that one half second of me that was young, that it hurt my feelings. And the next way that I flipped it around was, I feel so sorry for you that you can't find happiness in something simple as pieces of plastic glued to your fingers to make you enjoy life, but what brings joy to you is making fun of someone else. And that's so sad for them and not for me, because I feel really good about myself and I felt really good about myself, and I'm not perfect. This is not pointing fingers at anyone, because one finger at you is 4 fingers pointing back at yourself. I need to work on myself, and I need to be kinder, and I need to remember that the things you say online, the things you do can hurt people, but I also know what it feels like when people are intentionally attempting to make you feel small. And so that is really hurtful. So that being said, someone else even said that I looked queer. No, they said, this boy, Christopher Dean, is a sissy. It's right here. Christopher Dean is a sissy. No, he's a big sissy. He's queer as a dog sweater. Aww. Girl, what did that girl just say? Okay, fair enough. That's fine. But there were people who were just going on and on and on. And it hurt me for a while, you know, to see that kind of stuff. Something that I thought was fun and a great experience that I was really proud of. To have people who would say things and just destroy it for no reason other than the fact that they live their life writing about a television show every night. I don't know why I let that have power over me, but I've since learned how, and I've seen it even more recently. As we get older, I've expressed opinions that people haven't been happy with. And, you know, this is a cancel culture, but here's the real tea. You can't cancel me because I'm not anyone important. So I won't be canceled, and I'm also going to stand behind what I say. Okay. We all make mistakes, and when you do, you apologize. But as of right now, I'm sorry, not sorry. Okay. And that's how the tea is going to be. So I just have to remember that no matter what someone says, good or bad, I was featured in Entertainment Weekly, Los Angeles Times, The New York Times, Times Magazine, Us Weekly, Uprocks, and a variety of other blogs. And the takeaway is my favorite comment ever from the Green Beans blog. Someone said, "Enter Christopher Dean. I could watch an entire show based around this character. ABC, get on it now." It takes one comment like that to really lift you up and make you feel amazing. So how do these look now? They're getting better, right? Yeah, so this is how I would do a mascara look. At any rate, let's remember to be kind, be nice. I met someone today who gave me a wonderful comment about that. We're not perfect, we're not good people, and we make mistakes, and I certainly have made my share of mistakes, but I also heard another comment today from someone who said, be who you are today, but strive to be better tomorrow. And so that's what I want to do, and that's the view, and that's how I see it, and that all ties into why we're covering lashes this week. And well, I guess that's it for this week. Here's looking at you, kids. Stick around. I'll do my best to be back sooner. Until then, let's be nice to each other. Let's take care of each other. And keep looking for me. I'll be at Escape Dance Company teaching all throughout the fall. I'm working on A Christmas Story at the Elsinore Theater. And coming up in another weekend is the Miss United States of America's Miss Oregon pageant. I hope you all will come and see it. I'm choreographing. We have friends who are doing all types of stuff. Benjamin's playing the piano. Brian's hosting. Amber's directing. Marsha's co-directing. It's going to be a fabulous night, and we're going to have a great time. So even Wills is excited. Information is here. Until then, hey, it's me, the Christine.